redemption and rejoicing. The incredible number of people who finished the 118th Boston Marathon. A Lowell woman has been found dead in her home, and her father is talking to WBZ about what happened leading up to her death.
And it's beautiful out there right now, but showers return tonight, and so does colder air.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News Noon starts right now.
President Obama said we will finish the race, and nearly the entire field of the Boston Marathon did just that. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Paula Eben. The Boston Athletic Association reports a whopping 99% of the 36,000 runners who started the 118th Boston Marathon yesterday crossed the finish line on Boylston Street. A terrific achievement. It was also an historic race. For the first time in 31 years, an American man crossed the finish line first. 38-year-old Meb Keflezighi won the marathon in under 2 hours and 9 minutes. He's also the oldest champion since the 1930s. Sarah Conji is live in Boston with all the details. Sarah?
Good afternoon, Paula. Boylston Street here is getting back to normal. It is now open to traffic. The finish line setup has largely been dismantled and everything's cleaned up. Race officials this morning gave us a briefing, and the numbers prove what everyone was feeling yesterday, that this marathon is one for the record books. Sporting new medals and a sense of pride, marathon runners got one last picture at the finish line this morning, the day after a phenomenal race. Officials report a 99% finish rate, meaning nearly all who started the race crossed the finish line.
The one word I have to describe it all, to be honest, is epic.
Race director Dave McGilvery says the spirit on display throughout the event proved it will not be defined by the bombings last year.
We will never see this again. This was a race for the ages, for sure.
One of the memorable moments, Meb Keflezighi winning the marathon, the first American since 1983, a goal he wanted to achieve for himself and Boston.
365 days, I just want to give that opportunity, and there's check marks sometimes like the Boston Red Sox did it, and maybe can I do it, you know, and I've been visualizing that, and to make that happen and to wake up the next morning, it's like, wow.
Tatiana McFadden won the women's wheelchair race for a second year in a row. She says meeting the Richard family before the race powered her through.
Last words that the family said was, please run for Martin in the community. And I said, I promise that I will. And those were the last words spoken before the marathon.
And in another sign of how special yesterday's race was, you see that crowd right outside Marathon Sports, the store there right near the finish line. Well, they are engraving runners' medals for free. They're putting their names and their times on the back of the medal. This is the first time they've ever done anything like this. Now, the medical director of the BAA of the marathon yesterday says they were actually busier yesterday than they were in 2012 when temperatures almost reached 90 degrees. They believe that yesterday's change in temperature is to blame. Live on Boylston Street, I'm Sarah Conji. Paula, back to you.
Yeah, certainly warm there by the medical tent as they finish. Sarah Conji, thank you so much. And we have some more now on the back-to-back women's wheelchair champion, Tatiana McFadden, who Sarah showed in her piece there. McFadden won the race on her 25th birthday. And interesting, she was born in Russia with spina bifida and was in an orphanage before she was adopted by American parents. She joined us here in our WBZ studios this morning. And Tatiana says when she saw her mother, it was love at first sight. Now, we'll get to that sound in a moment. McFadden was part of Team MR8. That was the team competing, as she said, to honor little 8-year-old Martin Richard. And this afternoon, McFadden will be at Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital in Charlestown to meet with marathon survivors, patients, and their families. And, of course, she gave her wreath dipped in gold to Carlos Arredondo there at the finish line, the man who helped rescue Jeff Bowman. Just an incredible day for her. BAA race director Dave McGilvery oversees all of the logistics for the marathon, and then he actually runs the course himself once the race is over. He crossed the finish line at about 11:09 last night, and we captured it live on our 11 p.m. newscast. Milk Guillory ran this year in honor of the youngest bombing victim, Martin Richard.
My 8-year-old son was sitting in those bleachers, and Martin was right across the street, and I'm sure they saw each other at one point in time, and my heart just cries out for that family. They mean so much to me, and I thought of Martin the whole way, and it just made the journey very special.
McGillivray thanked all of the runners, volunteers, spectators, and public safety officials for making this year's marathon, as he said, a race for the ages. Well, spring has definitely arrived in New England. We have a look for you outside right now. After a glorious Patriots Day Monday, the great weather has decided to stick around, but not for long. Our meteorologist Todd Guttner has our first look at the forecast. Perfect Chamber of Commerce weather yesterday, but I guess it can't last forever.
Can't last forever, but we still have the very mild temperatures. A lot of folks wearing the summer gear this afternoon with shorts and t-shirts out, and why not? Temperatures are right around 70 degrees. It's currently 69 in Boston, 70 up in Lawrence, 68 in Taunton. Definitely colder on the Cape and the Islands. We're between about 55 and 60 degrees, and mild as you head out through central Mass as well. Worcester currently at 66. Now, we've had sunshine with intervals of clouds coming through. The clouds are going to tend to win out this afternoon as a cold front starts to work into the northeast. Along this cold front, you can see a line of showers, and they're working through Pennsylvania, New York State, mostly on the light side, but a few downpours are going to be in there, so a few brief ones are possible later tonight. I do expect some rain showers this evening to work in after 8 o'clock. Then they'll actually leave us tomorrow morning. We'll start the day with some sunshine. Then a piece of upper level energy rotates in from the west, and that'll kick off some additional showers scattered around from about 10 a.m. through about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we finally clear out for good, and we start a cold trend going into the second half of the week. So I'll break down the entire forecast for you, Paula. Coming up in a few minutes. I'll see you then.
We'll see you then. Todd, thank you. In Lowell today, police are investigating the unexpected death of a 52-year-old woman. Jim Smith just spoke with that woman's father. He's live for us with the latest in Lowell. Jim?
Good afternoon, Paula. Still many unanswered questions here in Lowell. All of this after the unexplained death of a woman who lived here in the home behind me in the city of Lowell. The victim identified as 52-year-old Elaine Sweeney. She was found unresponsive on Easter morning inside her home here on Spark Street in Lowell. Police say she was pronounced dead at the scene immediately. It's unclear if this death is being called suspicious, but it is certainly mysterious. Elaine Sweeney was married and had 4 children, 4 daughters from a previous marriage. She grew up in this area, was familiar with many friends and neighbors, and just a few minutes ago, I spoke with the victim's father.
She was a loving daughter. She did everything for her kids that anybody could do. Anybody could do. I mean, she loved her family.
And again, this is a very active police investigation. An autopsy has already been conducted. Investigators are waiting for the results of toxicology tests. They tell us that could take several weeks. The investigation underway here in Lowell. Live on the scene, Jim Smith, WBZ News. Back to you, Paul.
Jim, thank you. Quincy police are alerting parents after a man approached 2 young girls. This happened near the Marymount School. The man apparently stopped and asked the girls where their mom was, then followed them to the park nearby in his pickup truck. The girls went and told the story to a woman at the park, who then called police. An overnight crash on Route 9 in Natick sent one driver to the hospital. The victim was airlifted from the scene, and that crash forced police to shut down Route 9 eastbound right near Speen Street while they investigated. Happening today, a protest by the workers with the Department of Children and Families. Now, they claim they are overworked, that caseloads are too high, leading to the endangerment of children. Today's protest comes after the death of Jeremiah Oliver of Fitchburg. That boy's body was found last week in Sterling. The 5-year-old had last been seen in September and was being monitored by DCF. Well, if you are feeling lucky, the Mass State Lottery today has released its biggest instant prize ticket in history. The top payout for the World Class Millions ticket is a whopping $15 million, and the cost for the ticket is also pretty high, though, $32 And coming up, turning water into booze, the federal approval that wasn't. What's delaying the rollout of powdered alcohol? Also ahead, Senator Elizabeth Warren out with a book. What's she saying about a run for the White House? Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It is a spectacular morning for the world's greatest race.
We are so privileged, so proud to be the official station of the Boston Marathon.
Nearly 36,000 athletes, 1 million spectators.
I'll line up along this route to cheer on runners from all over the world.
The crowds absolutely go crazy.
You feel it here at the finish line. You see it in faces of these runners. This is a race unlike anything we have experienced.
She's going to outrun the train into Boston.
Rita Jet to a new course record. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since 1983, we are going to see an American man win the Boston Marathon.
I want to win as a runner for Boston. He couldn't have written a better script.
The best crowd and spirit I've ever felt.
It was like a tunnel of emotion.
It's definitely going to be something I remember for the rest of my life.
This is about reclaiming a proud day that brings people together from all backgrounds. There is no more beautiful tribute than to celebrate everything that makes this day so great.
Gentle Dental is the easy way to affordable family dental care. Our $57 new patient offer includes cleaning, x-ray, and exam. Compare and save on our low fees at all 26 Gentle Dentals with evening and Saturday hours. Gentle Dental, gentle on you and your wallet.
Toyota is #1 in value, but it gets better. Because we give you all new stylish Toyotas. Better yet, we give you great deals with the Toyota Gifts of Spring Savings Event. Receive our lowest lease on a Prius C, just $97 a month with no cost maintenance included. Or get best ever 0 for 60 plus $750 bonus cash on a Prius liftback. Hurry, Gifts of Spring will be wrapped up soon. Toyota, let's go places.
A great smile is affordable at Gentle Dental. We've got unbeatable prices on implants, veneers, and Zoom whitening at all 26 Gentle Dental locations. Crowns and bridges, too. Compare and save on all our low fees. Gentle Dental, gentle on you and your wallet.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Steel. Find your local Steel dealer online at steeldealers.com. That's STIHL dealers.com. This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by First Republic Bank.
This just in, the U.S. Supreme Court today has upheld Michigan's ban on using race as a factor in college admissions. In a 6-2 ruling, the court said that voters could change the state's constitution to stop public colleges from using race in the admissions process. Justice Anthony Kennedy wrote that voters chose to eliminate racial preferences because they deemed it, quote, unwise. Powdered alcohol won't be available to buy anytime soon. This controversial product called Palcohol had reportedly received federal approval, including vodka and rum varieties. But now a federal agency says that approval was issued in error. Palcohol turns water into drinks with as much as 60% alcohol by volume. Palcohol's parent company says the problem involves a discrepancy in the amount of powder in each bag. The company plans to resubmit its application for labeling for approval. Well, Senator Elizabeth Warren's new book comes out today. It's entitled A Fighting Chance, and it chronicles her rise from working class roots in Oklahoma to defeating incumbent Senator Scott Brown and then winning that seat in the Senate. Today on CBS This Morning, Senator Warren dismissed the question that she's eyeing a run for the White House.
I'm not running for president. I'm out here working on the issues we need to work on right now, and I gotta say, we need to refinance the student loan debt that's outstanding. We need to raise the minimum wage. We need to secure Social Security, and we need to hold those big financial institutions accountable, and we need not to put that off.
Senator Warren will begin a book tour here in Massachusetts beginning on Thursday. Well, the impact of a false mammogram test. Ahead on the Health Watch, a new study on how much stress women suffer after they receive a false positive.
And temps are nearing 70 degrees. It's pretty sweet out there, but the end is near. Complete forecast details are coming up.
Wake up and start your day with Kate Merrill, David Wade, Todd Gutner, and Michelle Roberts. WBZ News in the Morning, weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
It's Anything Can Happen Thursday.
Have you ever paid for a meal?
Not with money.
With new food.
This is how anything can happen Thursday turns into it won't stop coming out Friday.
And a new future?
Your spirit guides are telling me you're in a romantic relationship. Your spirit guides are on fire.
A new Big Bang Theory.
My spirit guides can just suck an egg.
Then,
Hello, boys and girls.
pencil in an all-new Millers.
Took me a little while to get the lead out. Can you guys not hear me?
New Millers after a new Big Bang Theory. CBS Thursday.
Show me the movies with the Arnold Schwarzenegger with the stunts and loud explosions and all the muscles.
I want to see the comedy programming with the people sitting in the living room with the children. What's brother? Yeah, I want to see the Real Housewives. Right, play. All right, rewind, play.
Jimmy, please. It's been hours. We told you the X1 Entertainment operating system really does work with any voice.
Cool.
What's on now?
Control your TV with your voice. The X1 Entertainment operating system. Only from Xfinity.
Even the toughest spills are no match for the ultimate vehicle protection. Custom fit WeatherTech floor liners. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech, proudly made in America.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived the king of pizza, King Ron, and he wanted to share his delicious pizza with his people, but didn't know how. Until one day, the frozen pizza fairy godfather came and told him,
"Freeze your pizza and put it in supermarkets for the people to enjoy."
So he did. All four great kinds, cheese, onion, mushroom, and pepper and onion. And everyone lived crazy ever after. The end. Emma's Pub and Pizza, frozen pizzas. Available at your local grocer.
Some are novices, some are triathletes, some ride for their family and friends, and some ride for themselves, but they all ride for a cause. Be a part of the fight against cancer at the 35th Pan Mass Challenge. 12 routes through 46 towns across Massachusetts. Join us in the effort to raise $40 million for research and patient care at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The Pan Mass Challenge, August 2nd and 3rd. For more information, go to cbsboston.com/PMC.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by the Central Mass and North Shore Home Shows.
On the Health Watch, a new study that looks at the consequences when mammograms turn up false positives for breast cancer. A survey found that after a false positive, 50% of women reported their anxiety went up. About 5% described their anxiety as extreme, and 1 in 4 said they were more likely to undergo future breast cancer screenings. Boy, the warmer weather's thankfully arrived, but it's also bringing an extra dose of pollen for allergy sufferers this year. The extremely cold winter is making this an especially bad season. That's because plants are blooming at the same time instead of staggered as they have been in other years. Doctors recommend taking a shower after you've been outside and using an air conditioner to keep allergens outside your home. So I guess, Todd, when the allergies are this bad in the spring, when the rain comes, as it is tonight, we should be really grateful. It keeps the pollen down.
It does. It just rinses the atmosphere, cleans it out, and then, you start up again, and the days to follow that are going to be dry. But it is bad. And mostly here in New England at this moment, it's tree pollen. Grass pollen will start getting worse over the next couple of months. Nice out there right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we've had a couple of really good days, and it continues this afternoon. Pretty shot of the skyline right down the Mass Pike. Yes, sun is out, at least temporarily, and the temperatures are warm, also temporarily, as changes are going to be coming our way. We'll start out with our Fenway Park cam, and they're doing a little work in the bullpens there, if you look closely. Getting ready for a big 3-game series with the New York Yankees. Yes, the Evil Empire is in town. Tonight's first pitch temperature in the lower 60s, comfortable at Fenway tonight. But we have the risk of some rain showers working in. I'll show you that radar in a second. Chilly tomorrow night at Fenway, and a little better by Thursday evening. It'll be clear, still a bit breezy for those Game 2 and Game 3. But we'll see what happens here. Hopefully the Sox keep it going, get a couple of wins against the Yanks. 69 right now in the city of Boston. Isn't that nice? 70 degrees up in Lawrence, 68 down in Taunton. Cooler for the Cape and the Islands. Southwest winds are getting busy, and they'll gust up to about 25 miles per hour or so this afternoon. So that comes in right off of the water, which is only at about 42, 43 degrees, and that's why the Cape and the Islands are a lot cooler. Intervals of clouds and sun at the moment. The clouds that we're seeing are high, thin cirrus clouds. They're way up there where the jets fly at about 20, 30,000 feet. So they'll kind of fade the sunshine away this afternoon. It'll fade away behind them. And these showers approach, get to us by, say, 8 or 9 o'clock. And within that line, there are some heavier downpours. It's not out of the question. We could have a rumble of thunder later on tonight as this cold front comes through. There's 9 o'clock, some raindrops getting close to Fenway, so bring the rain gear if you have to take it there. Tomorrow morning starts bright, and then almost instantly, clouds will start forming by mid-morning, and then by early afternoon, we're getting into more scattered showers. It's an upper-level disturbance that's going to rotate across southern New England and won't exit until tomorrow evening. And that's when the showers end, and we get into a dry pattern, just a much colder one behind the system. Showers tonight, some patchy fog. 48 degrees, winds are out of the southwest this evening, then they swing into the northwest tomorrow morning, and then they'll get real gusty during the day. And as I mentioned, a little sunshine tomorrow morning just kind of destabilizes the atmosphere. It'll be that trigger for more showers to form. Damp and windy midday, 53 degrees. It's going to feel 100 times different than it does out there right now. And tomorrow afternoon, we get up to 55, which is seasonable, but it'll feel pretty chilly and getting brighter, especially on that western horizon, so we'll probably get a good sunset. Behind the system, cold winds will be blowing tomorrow evening and Thursday again. Nice day on Thursday with the sunshine building in. Highs, though, stay in the 50s. Another weather system comes our way for Friday night and Saturday. That'll lead to additional showers later in the weekend. AccuWeather 7-day forecast. A breezy afternoon and a mild one near 70 degrees. So a round of showers tonight and more scattered ones tomorrow. Very windy and much cooler, 56. Right on Thursday, Friday back into the 60s. Nice day there to finish up the work week. Saturday showers are likely in the afternoon, and then it gets colder. Sunday and Monday only in the mid-50s, but a dry finish to the weekend, Paula.
We like that. Todd, thank you. Well, spring is in the air, and it could soon be on your table. On Tony and Steph's table, a simple salad sure to fill you up.
Another beautiful spring salad, tres colores, which means
3 colors, which is exactly what we have in this bowl. We have bel de menda, we have radicchio, and we have arugula.
And you know what? You can use spinach too, or a green vegetable, a leafy vegetable, any kind you like. But we like the baby arugula because it gives a little bit of that.
A little pepper.
Pepper.
I
Sorry,
love
the pepper. That's right.
That peppery bite is really nice without endive.
Beautiful. Now we've got this already cut up. I'm gonna give you a quick little tip on radicchio when you buy it at the store. Make sure you buy it nice and red where the very top is and where it's white and the veins go through the red. You want to make sure it's clear from any yellowing or browning whatsoever. When you bring it home, store it in the refrigerator right away. Shelf life is pretty good on radicchio, about 4 to 5 days. 6 days, you're stretching it. And the flavor it has is fantastic. Chicory, delicious, loadable flavor. So let's get going. We got the 3 in here right now.
Well, speaking of offsetting that beautiful chicory flavor, we're going to add in some fresh strawberries.
Beautiful. Which is time of year too. Thank you.
Go.
Okay.
And then some scallions.
Perfect.
Mostly the green part. It's a little bit less of a bite. And then this is what I love. We have some dried fruit and nuts.
A combination. It's fun to make a combination of all different kinds.
Absolutely.
You like the dried fruit, give it some sweetness, right?
And then that's and you know what? While you're chopping everything off, you have a little snack.
I know. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah. Just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Get a pinch of salt in here.
I'm going to add just a touch of balsamic. No lemon and juice here. I want the acidity of balsamic.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And some fresh black pepper.
Could you add just a little bit more olive oil?
I would love to.
Thank you.
There we go.
And I think we got to keep her here.
Make sure everything's. We got to keep it.
I think we got to keep it here.
We're not going to throw out the salad.
We're not going to throw out the salad. Beautiful, Stephanie. Look at the flavors going on here.
That is beautiful.
Loaded. It's just, it looks like spring, doesn't it?
It does look like spring. And you know what? It's going to taste like spring too. Nice and refreshing, but it'll fill you up, especially because we have those nuts in there.
Ah, love it.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Bella.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful. It's going to taste so good, child.
It is a celebration of the Earth. NASA has given us some incredible close-ups of our planet. But today, we'll tell you what NASA is asking all of us to do.
Tony Tantillo, brought to you by Colavita, America's #1 selling Italian extra virgin olive oil.
President Obama wanted to speak to Boston before the marathon. He turned to WBZ's Lisa Hughes.
Mr. President, what do you want to say to the people of Boston?
I want to just say how proud I am of the entire city.
For an exclusive one-on-one at the White House.
Why was it so personal for you?
The resilience that was on display in the city, I think, made it very personal for people all across the country.
Lisa Hughes, part of the team you know you can trust. We are WBZ News.
Who's going to show me the proof? I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Next, Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on WBZ-TV.
I see the uncertainty in people's eyes, but that only fuels me more.
For me, it's more than a job, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to give you a healthy mouth.
You know, we've got a lot in common.
Thanks, Danica. Right here.
Aspen Dental wants you to bring your mouth in for a pit stop with free exams and x-rays for patients without insurance. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL because your mouth is our mission. Toyota is #1 in value, but it gets better. Because we give you all new stylish Toyotas. Better yet, we give you great deals with the Toyota Gifts of Spring Savings Event. Receive a lowest lease on an all-wheel drive Venza for just $178 a month with no cost maintenance included. Or get an all-wheel drive Venza with 0 for 60. Hurry, Gifts of Spring will be wrapped up soon. Toyota, let's go places.
Sunrise to sunset. Get the kids out of bed, fed, dressed, and off to school. Then there's that little thing we call work. It's 2 full days for the price of 1. And all the while, bills have to be paid, college funds started, and someday, retirement. Bank with Marlboro Savings and get the help you need with the phone call from your personal banker on the other end. Marlboro Savings, making your day a great day. Find us at agreatbank.com or stop by.
I'm Tom Kiley of Kiley Law Group. If a family member has been too badly injured in an accident to come to our office, don't wait until the person is better to talk to us. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you. It's important to document the evidence as soon as possible. Skid marks fade, cars are repaired or destroyed, and witnesses move. Delay is not your friend. Call us or visit our website. The Kiley Law Group. Justice for you.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by Hingham Shipyard Marina's South Shore In-Water Boat Show.
It's easy and convenient, but is mobile banking really safe? Coming up today on WBZ News at 5, how some checks are being cashed twice. Learn to protect yourself and your bank account. That's today at 5. Today is also Earth Day, a celebration worldwide to protect the environment. NASA often dazzles us with pictures from space. Well, this time lapse is a perfect example of the incredible work they do, but today NASA's looking for our help. This is called the Global Selfie event, and they're asking everyone to take pictures of themselves with this sign, post them to Twitter with the hashtag Global Selfie, and the images will be used to create a photo mosaic image of the Earth, which those are always amazing when you see, Todd. So here we go.
All right, Paul,
we're going to play along. We're going to help our friends at NASA.
Hi, NASA.
There we go. Post that on Twitter. NASA will get it later today. We'll be all set.
Super cool.
So, just what a glorious, glorious couple of days.
Lovely.
60s,
Yeah.
sunny, the best.
70 is great right now. 50s, middle of the week, a little chilly. We'll have some rain showers tonight.
Looks awesome. All right, Todd, thank you so much. Be sure to join us for our next newscast today at 5. Enjoy the afternoon in sunny Boston. We'll see you then.